Hello everyone, I am Sheena Brown and welcome to our panel discussion for Foundation 1001 English for Academic Purposes. Today, we've joined as a group of students and academic peers to provide constructive criticism on a topic-to-sentence outline submitted by another student, Lazarine. Lazarine, a first-year UE student, is currently working on her first written project, which requires her to explain 3 major steps in the process of integrating the Caribbean region using the process analysis approach. After composing her outline, she asked Ngozi, a third-year student who had previously excelled in this subject, for advice on how to improve her content, structure, and language use. As a panel, we reviewed her outline, highlighted both her strengths and weaknesses, and are here today to share our thoughts and comments. We will review her thesis, topic sentences, paragraph unity, and expository technique alignment and provide clear recommendations for revision. Let's dive into it. As we analyze Lazarine's assignment, it is vital to note that process analysis is the most appropriate explanatory technique for this topic. The assignment asks her to explain 3 main steps in the process of unifying the Caribbean region. The topic clearly demands for a strategy that divides the procedure into logical steps, in this case, the stages involved in obtaining regional unity. Process analysis is the best fit since it enables Lazarine to 1. Describe the unification endeavor step by step, 2. Describe how each step contributes to the overall goal, and 3. Maintain a clear and logical sequence of ideas. By using this method, Lazarine can guide her readers through the process as if she were offering directions or describing how something works, in this case, how Caribbean unity can be genuinely achieved. It will assist her in concentrating each paragraph on a particular stage, using clear transitional phrases such as first, next, and lastly, and also creating a cohesive and well-structured academic paper. This method not only matches the challenge, but it also promotes precision, clarity, and organization, all of which are necessary attributes for excellent academic writing. My colleague, Jakisha Vanterpool, will now outline Lazarine's strengths and weaknesses.
Good day, everyone. I am Jakisha Vanterpool, and I'll be outlining the strengths and weaknesses of Lazarine's topic-to-sentence outline for the essay titled How to Unify the Caribbean. While the writer has shown some effort in structuring her ideas, there are a few areas where improvement is needed. Let's begin with the strengths of the outline. Her first strength is logical structure. The writer has shown an understanding of basic academic structure in her topic-to-sentence outline. Her second strength is consistency in 2 subtopics. The second and third topics, strengthening regional tourism and making joint investment, both relate to economic strategies for Caribbean unity. This suggests the writer is beginning to think about regional cooperation in a meaningful way. Her final strength is academic tone and format. The outline maintains a formal tone, and the topic sentences show complete sentences. This is important at the university level, where structured argumentation is key. Now let's consider some important areas for improvement. Her first area to improve is her unclear thesis statement. The thesis, How to Unify the Caribbean, is more of a general topic than a strong specific claim. It does not offer the reader a primary focus of the expository paper. Furthermore, it must completely summarize the essay in 1 sentence. Therefore, Lazarine's thesis needs to reflect a particular approach to Caribbean unity. Another area for improvement is her vague first subtopic. The first subtopic, Ways of Unifying the Caribbean, is too broad and unspecific. It needs to be a main point taken from the thesis statement so that the paragraph can be clearly developed with supporting details. A final area for improvement is the topic heading doesn't match the thesis. At the top of the outline, the The topic is listed as integrating life skills in the classroom, which is unrelated to the actual thesis. This kind of mismatch is very confusing for both the writer and reader, and it should be corrected to stay focused. This outline shows good effort and a developing understanding of academic writing. However, with some focused revision, especially in clarifying the thesis and refining the subtopics, the writer will be on track to producing a well-organized and thoughtful essay on Caribbean unity. I will now turn over to Sheena, who will present recommendations to revise Lazarine's outline.
So, how do we help our first year friend level up? First, match the topic and thesis. Let's change the topic to 3 ways in the process of unifying the Caribbean region. Next, rewrite the vague topic sentence. Instead of saying, there are many ways to unify the Caribbean, try, the first way to unify the Caribbean is promoting cultural integration. Finally, add transitions and a sense of order. Here's how the improved outline could look. Here is a pictorial representation of Lazarine's revised formal topic to sentence outline. We will now hear from Rhea Francis, who will help Lazarine develop a strong introductory paragraph.
Hi everyone. As we continue to strengthen our academic writing skills, I am Ria Francis, and today I'll be presenting suggestions to help Lazarine develop a strong and effective introductory paragraph for her essay. This is especially important because a well-written introduction sets the tone for the entire piece. It helps the reader understand where the argument is going and why it matters. First, let us take a look at the key parts of the introductory paragraph as displayed in the diagram. To guide us visually, you'll notice the inverted triangle on the slide. This symbol shows the classic structure of an introduction. You start broad, then gradually narrow your focus, ending with a clear thesis statement. It's like zooming in with a camera from the whole region to the specific goals of unity. To guide this process, the following structure can be used. She should begin with an engaging factual statement about Caribbean unity to capture the reader's attention. Following this, she can introduce the broader topic and provide relevant background context. From there, she should narrow the focus to a specific angle on the topic. Finally, she should clearly state her thesis, outlining the central argument or purpose of the essay. Now that we've outlined the structure, here is a sample introduction Lazarine could use as a model. The Caribbean region is a vibrant mosaic of cultures, languages, and histories, yet it continues to face challenges in achieving true unity. While individual nations have made progress in areas such as education, tourism, and governance, the region as a whole struggles with fragmentation and limited collaboration. As globalization accelerates and regional economies become more interconnected, the need for a unified Caribbean has become increasingly urgent. Achieving this unity requires more than shared geography. It demands collective effort. The 3 ways of unifying the Caribbean begins with promoting cultural integration, followed by strengthening regional tourism, and then making joint investments. This works well because it breaks down regional unity into 3 practical steps, not just theory, but actions we can take. These points are specific enough to guide her essay, but broad enough to allow for multiple angles of discussion. And just like that, we've gone from structure to strategy to a solid first paragraph. I hope this helps Lazarine and all first year students watching. Remember, a strong introduction sets the tone for the entire essay. Keep writing, keep improving, and don't be afraid to revise.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Shanicia, and for today's presentation, I'll be guiding you through how Lazarine can effectively use the T structure to develop a well-structured and impactful body paragraph based on her second topic sentence. T stand for topic sentence, explanation, example, elaboration, and summary. This method ensures ideas are thoroughly developed and presented in a clear and organized manner. Let's explore how this concept relates to her topic sentence, which focuses on tourism. Let's first talk about the T, which stands for topic sentence. Lazarine already has a foundational topic sentence, which is great. Her topic sentence for paragraph 2 of the essay outline is: strengthening regional tourism is the second step for the process of unifying the Caribbean. Her topic sentence is a brief statement that outlines the main idea or focus of a paragraph. It presents the main idea that the writer will be discussing and connects the paragraph to the thesis statement. Starting her paragraph with a foundational topic sentence will allow the readers to incorporate the main idea of the paragraph. The first E stands for explanation. Lazarine will have to elaborate on why tourism plays a critical role in fostering regional unity. It is important that a writer explains the topic they are writing about so that the reader gets a better understanding of the entire paragraph. Tourism serves as a cornerstone industry for the Caribbean, and cooperative efforts in promoting and managing it have led to a stronger economic and cultural connections among the nations. This highlights how tourism contributes significantly to the unification process. The second E stands for example. The use of examples helps to understand concepts and give supporting evidence for claims explained and stated in a paragraph. It will help Lazarine's statements be clearer. To illustrate this point, she can consider the CARICOM Travel Bubble initiative implemented during the COVID-19 pandemic. This initiative facilitated safe regional travel by allowing movement within participating nations with fewer restrictions, boosting both tourism and interconnectivity. It demonstrated how unified tourism policies can enhance regional cooperation and adaptability in response to global challenges. The third E stands for elaboration. Elaboration is crucial as it provides additional details, explanations, or context to an idea, making it more accessible and understandable for the audience. After providing her example, she should then emphasize its broader implications and significance with greater depth. To elaborate more on the example given previously, such cooperative initiative not only strengthens regional economies, but also fosters a sense of unity, encouraging Caribbean citizens to view themselves as part of a cohesive, interconnected community. Moreover, these efforts can serve as a model for addressing other shared challenges, such as climate change and sustainable development, further solidifying the region's collaborative framework for progress. Moving on to the S, which stands for summary. To conclude her essay, a summary will give an overview of the main parts and points that were discussed in the body of the essay. Readers should be able to grasp the essence of the essay simply by reading the summary.
Suggestions for developing the conclusion. In concluding her essay, Lazarine should aim to reinforce her thesis by restating it in a more reflecting manner
This restatement should clearly emphasize that the unification of the Caribbean is a structured multi-step process rather than a single event. She must also concisely summarize the main points discussed in the body of the essay. Firstly, the role of cultural integration in fostering unity. Secondly, the strengthening of regional tourism to promote economic and social cohesion. And finally, the importance of joint governmental investments in advancing regional collaboration. Additionally, the conclusion should leave the reader with a thought-provoking final statement that underscores the significance of Caribbean unity. This could be achieved by highlighting the long-term benefits of regional integration or by issuing a subtle call to action that encourages both citizens and leaders to participate in the process. For example, Lazarine may write, "The journey toward Caribbean unity demands a sustained commitment to cultural harmony, economic collaboration, and political cooperation. By embracing these three essential steps, the region can move toward a more resilient, interconnected, and empowered future." The conclusion of this nation not only brings closure to the discussion, but also leaves a lasting impression of the topic's importance.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope this episode gave Lazarine and maybe you too a clearer path from topic ideas to strong, structured sentence outlines. Keep planning, keep writing, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.